yeah, I have water now. This is what I wanted. All right, let's pull up the stream on my laptop, then we'll start. It's gonna be a green point practice stream mostly, but I'm not gonna limit it to those events. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Um, okay, we got this is all in order. Okay, we'll split screen. I should probably set this up like before the stream, but I'm not a good enough streamer for that. Okay, this isn't 4x4. My econ final hasn't happened yet. That's tomorrow. It's math for econ. It's calc for econ. I should be studying, but that class is like a fucking joke. It's so easy. And I'm not gonna study for it. I looked over my notes for the entire year, which took maybe 30 minutes, and that's all the studying I'm gonna do. Looking over my notes confirmed my suspicions that that class is easy as fuck, and the fact that our class averages are in the 50s is depressing. uh, yeah, but I have that tomorrow. I think it's at 8 a.m. I actually have no idea what time that final is. I think it's at 8 a.m. I'm gonna need to check that. Shit. Well, because I don't know. I'm just. Do you want me to find the time of my final right now? Do you want me to figure that out right now? I will. I totally will. Let's figure out my final. Well, I'm gonna close this door because it is this window because it's loud as fuck. Um, yeah, we have the window open because the AC in our room high key doesn't work, but it's also so fucking loud. Hold on, let me see. What? This is not what I. Take me to the home page. Why the fuck is Albert different, bro? This shit pisses me off. Okay, exam schedule. Yeah, it's at 8 a.m. and it doesn't even say what room it's in. I'm sure he's emailed that to me. What's up, Nikhil? Jack was mad because I didn't know my I didn't know what my math for econ final was. It's tomorrow at 8 a.m. So obviously I'm doing the pragmatic thing and cubing on the internet instead of studying. Yeah, I have well, two of my classes just had like a final project, and both of those are already done and dusted. So I just have an exam tomorrow, and I have a computer programming exam on Monday, which that's the one I'm more nervous for, but it's not still not much I can do in terms of like actually studying for it. So fuck it. Fuck, dude. Chopped, chopped. No, the whole salt was cooked, bro. Jack, I've missed 1 point in that class the entire year, and the class averages for both the midterms are in the 50s. So I don't know why everybody's stupid or what that means, but like I'm chilling in that class. What's up, Ash? I hear you're staying with Emery for Quebec champs. Good luck. I wish I could go to that. I'm gonna pull up to a Quebec champs at some point. That's happening like this weekend, right? I think Emery was just telling me about how he had to like drive for that. Yeah. Good luck. I'm looking at psych sheet. It seems like there's like no way you won't win Pira, so have fun. Oh wait, Parker's going. Never mind. I forgot Parker was going to this. Well, just beat Parker. It's easy. Beat probably the best active pyramid maker in the world. It's easy. You're on a plane right now. Does the plane have Wi-Fi? I forgot that planes like can do that now. Low key. Holy fuck, I'm stupid. Jesus Christ. Will he insert the pair into the correct slot? Hang out with Chipotle. Yeah, ask Emery if I haven't. That's the type of thing I would ordinarily just tell him about because it's so absurd. But I haven't because I want you to be the one to ask that question because I think it'll be funnier to him. So yeah, hey Emery, do I look like Elliot? It's one Canadian peer mixer thinks we're brothers from another mother. That's a good time. 31. Solid. Yeah, I don't get the correlation at all. It's like actually zero correlation. We're different genders, we're different races. We have like the same glasses. That's maybe the only thing. You also have round glasses. Maybe that's what it is. Oh fuck. Look at what I did. That's not a paired up edge. Dude, go to NYU. I mean NYU is pretty cool. I'm not gonna say don't go to NYU. You just go to NYU. Hopefully you get off the wait list. I don't really know how wait lists are at NYU to be honest. I haven't heard much. But inshallah, Ash Chen is an NYU Violet. Holy fuck, look at this shit, bro. What are we doing? I don't want to fix that, bro. Fuck my asshole, dude. Oh my god. Look at this little ass piece just popped out. And now I gotta be a fucking cube surgeon. I'm gonna keep the timer running. We're gonna get a comically long 4x4 solve. All right. Can I get this in without disassembling the entire cube? I don't necessarily think I look like Jaden Clark either, to be honest. So I don't think I look like Jaden Clark either. I think there's still the issue of I'm completely white and we're comparing me to people that are not white. I just think it's no correlation. But like more than yeah, maybe because I'm also a dude, but that's it. Low key, I'd probably go to UBC over NYU to be honest. I assume UBC is cheaper. It depends on how much money you get to go to NYU. That's like the actual thing. Depends on how much money they're giving you. Which considering you're, would you? I assume you'd be considered international, so they probably wouldn't give you that much. Okay. Because NYU is just so expensive is the thing. Like, and it's like it's a great school. It's a really great school. I love going here. The only problem with the fact that it's expensive as fuck is most of the kids that are here, a lot of them, especially the international kids. Okay, yeah, if your parents have an issue being from NYU, that's yeah, then I got a 143 because of that top. That was really cool. That's like that's a that's significantly worse than average of 5.5. That's really awesome. That's almost a 6 by 6 time. But the thing about NYU being like expensive is that so many of the kids that go there are just like absurdly rich and they just don't know how to value a dollar. And it makes interacting with your NYU peers really frustrating sometimes. Oh, do you go to a school that like feeds into top universities? My high school was not like that. I was as an NYU admit, I was the person going to the school that was the most competitive. My school was like shitty public school. Uh, but if you go in already knowing people, that'll also be better because NYU is also kind of hard to meet people at just because it's such a massive school and with a non-central campus. But if you go in already knowing people, I assume it'll be better. Okay. Stern's cool. Stern's cool. If I did it over again, I'd probably apply to Stern, but I'm not transferring at this point. What's up, Carson? I switched major from DS to econ. I'm majoring in econ now. Still in cats though. Stern would be really cool if the people that didn't go there weren't like chuds on average. You know what I'm saying? Holy chopped edges, dude. This Saul was going so good, and then I got to edges and just became stupid. And with a ZB. Cool. Dude. I also don't know that much about UBC to be honest. So like I didn't look at schools outside of the US at all. Which I probably should have, hindsight being 2020, but whatever. But it sounds to me like you're gonna be in an advantageous situation either way. It's not gonna matter that much. Yeah, randoms tend to follow you on Insta. It's kind of how Insta goes. I understand you're new there. Low-key being blind and knowing full CLL is like actually that's like such a flex though. That's like insane. If I was blind, I would not be dedicating my time to learning full CLL. I would be dedicating my time doing something that's not human. Yeah, that's fair. NYU is a very enjoyable school to go to. Like being in New York City, having a decentralized campus, these are all very good things. These are all very good things. And NYU, dude, it's just a fun school. I think like for all the reasons that you've definitely come across in your research. NYU's so it's a good place to be. I do have just some qualms, but all my qualms with NYU are not relating to the school for the most part. They're relating to the type of people that go to the school. Like, I'm gonna hold on. I have a story from yesterday. I actually have a story. It's story time. It's to illustrate the type of point that I'm trying to make. I helped my roommate. My roommate's an international student from Hong Kong. I helped him move into his new apartment because he's living off campus. He has a new apartment. I helped him move into his apartment yesterday, and this is a nice ass apartment. I looked it up online just because I was curious. Bro's probably paying 5 or 6 grand a month rent. So stupid nice apartment. And one other guy was helping him move. He had like hella stuff, so he had a couple people help him move or whatever. One other guy was helping him move, and I was talking to this guy because he was like, "Oh, I just switched my major to econ." And I was like, "Oh, I just switched my major to econ. That's awesome. You in CAS?" Like he's yeah, in CAS. Okay, okay, okay. So this guy's also living at this apartment in his own room, so he's obviously also rich as fuck. And he mentions like, and I was like, "So what do you want to do with your econ degree?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't really know." And he kind of gave like most default answer. He's like, "Oh, something in finance. I don't know." So he doesn't really know what he wants to do or whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's like cool. Like, you don't have to know right away. That's like you're a freshman. That makes sense." And then I was like, "What are you doing this summer?" And he's like, "Oh, I have an investment banking internship." I was like, "You have an investment banking internship like that? Those are hard to get in New York City. An investment banking internship that is hard to get." Okay, so I'm like, dude, that's crazy. What's your yeah, that's finance. Go into banking, become a quadrillionaire. Yeah, basically. So I was like, okay, you got an investment banking internship. That's awesome. I want one of those. What's that resume looking like? He's like, oh, my dad just owns the company. I'm like, okay, cool. Like these are the people you're up against at NYU. My dad owns the company. I want to go into finance or something. I don't know. And I have a prestigious investment banking internship as a freshman with no experience because God isn't real. And if he is, he hates me. I accidentally closed CS timer. Okay. Which, like, I don't blame you for if you're being handed shit on a silver platter, yeah, bro, take it. But like, it's annoying that that's what you're up against at NYU. There's just so much generational wealth and absurd amount of money that you're kind of up against it as somebody that does not have absurd amounts of generational wealth. Even if you do consider yourself wealthy, like I consider myself in terms of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yeah, I consider myself rich. Okay, never had to worry about money. Never been a problem. That means I'm rich, right? For me, that's my definition. And what you made me realize there are levels to this shit. I talk to people on a daily basis, specifically Chinese international students, that could just straight up buy me. They could just buy me. There are people that just spend obscene amounts of money every day with no regard for what they're buying, and it's like obscene, and it's just because they have money and they can, and that like somewhat pisses me off. Holy chopped, bro. Holy, look ahead, dude. Jesus Christ. Mm-mm. Yeah, but the large amount of nepo babies and like people that get handed shit and are going to make an obscene amount of like 6 figures out the gate by default just because their dad knows people. That is more motivation to actually improve and just be better than those people. So I kind of like it for all its faults. I think the obscene amount of like nep is motivating, at least for me. If that makes sense. 3039 with OLL parity, but I knew the OLL parity case. You did not tell me that. Good job though. 801. That's an improvement. What's your official, like 22 or something? Eight, I mean, eight's pretty good. I understand your official like safety though. Because I think you said you average like what, 11? Bro, I acknowledge it was a safety. Or are you telling Nishkal to shut up? um, what's up, Nishkal? What was good PLO parity execution? First sub 105 yesterday? Hmm, good job. Jack Hamilton, speak your truth, King. Speak your truth, Jack Hamilton. Speak your truth, King. What's up, Yozy Cubes? Holy fuck. Yeah, this solves having some issues. Messing up that much and getting a 37 isn't bad. I'm dead ass. I'm improving. This is cool. How do you recognize L5V cases on Pure? Well, I haven't been doing L5E really recently because I realized I wasn't ready for it. Uh, but you recognize them just by recognizing the cycles. If you can't look at an L5E and just like envision the types of cycles, like sets of cycles that would solve it, you're not ready to learn it, I think. Like the recognition, as annoying of an answer as this is, it should just be intuitive. You should like look at an L5E and just like see a cycle or see a couple cycles and just understand why like those cycles are there. I know that's a really annoying answer, but it's the right one. Fuck. 32 with double parity in the most chopped F2L. What do you mean? What do I mean? Like a cycle. Or like that type of cycle. Or like that type of cycle. Or like that type of cycle. Like any three cycle. You should be able to like see it as like sets of cycles. Because that's all it is. You could also just recognize them like with patterns like you would by anything else, but you shouldn't really learn all the L5Es as algs, because then you're not going to understand how they work as well, and you're not going to be able to actually reap the full benefits of L5E. I'm not trying to be a dickhead here, but like this is my actual answer. If you're asking these questions, I don't think you should be learning L5E probably. I think there's other shit you probably gotta work on. How do you quantify that you made your solutions at least 100 moves more efficient? How do you possibly quantify that? Ah, bro. Fuck. That's all being that bad doing a 32. Holy fuck, dude. Wait, PR at Greenpoint is actually like the more I'm practicing 4x4, the more I'm getting confident that I can break my old ass PR. It's not that old. It's like under a year, but like I got a really good 4x4 PR at Worlds, and then I switched methods, and I'm just now getting better. Speak your truth, Jack Hamilton. You just used to pair single corner edge and center together. Okay, so yeah, free slice probably did make you more efficient. I'll give you that. Holy fuck. W multi-slot. W multi-slot. Mid-time, but W multi-slot. Dude, I just got an RS. Whoa, I just made the camera pick. That's my bad. Are we still in frame? Yeah, we're still looking good. I recently just got a new slash B. I really want to like it. I'm just not used to it yet. I'm gonna compete with YLM this weekend. I slash B is like I really want to like it though. I really do. Well, I do like it, but I want to be able to use it. Because I think it's like objectively a better cube than the YLM. I'm just not better with it yet. Because I'm so used to YLM. I do like the YLM. And I like it more than most people like it. I think a lot of people don't give the YLM enough credit. I think it's still one of the best periods on the market, and I think people just like way long maps a little too close to the sun nowadays. Bro, I'm like ripping straight low 30s though. I'm like kind of balling. I was warming up for the stream with Pyrrha, and I was doing god awful at Pyraminx. Um, we're talking about logical fallacies like we're trying to fucking prove. uh, wait, this is a question for everyone in chat. Once like school gets hard enough to the point I actually have to study because we have not gotten there yet. Should I do like study streams? Would anybody watch me study? I would engage with chat. That would make me more motivated to study if it was a live stream. I haven't had a class that's been difficult enough that I've actually had to study yet, but no, I still want you to speak your truth. I just thought it was funny. I still want you to speak your truth, Jack Hamilton. Do not get it twisted. Yeah, depending on maybe later in this stream I'll do a math for econ problem set and chat can learn some calculus. Because I do have my final class tomorrow. It's just like the class is so fucking free. I don't like I don't know. Studying feels like a waste of time. If you ever wanna feel like a fucking genius, take a math class where the other people in the math class are all econ majors. Pro tip, if you ever wanna feel like the smartest person in the room, not even feel like the smartest person, if you ever just wanna be the smartest person in the room, take a math class that economics students are in, because those motherfuckers cannot do calculus to save their lives. The questions that get asked, I have had to hold back laughter, and I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm really not, but holy fuck, it's bad. Fuck. No, I did not study at all in high school, pretty much. Yeah, I studied for 1 class ever, and it was, AP Physics C, Mechanics, and then also AP Physics C, Electricity, Magnetism. Those are the only 2 classes I studied for in high school, and I did not study that much. And I also studied for the SAT, but that's different. But other than those 2 things, I did not study in high school. I feel like I've heard the name, but I don't know who that is at all, but I've definitely, like, heard of the name. Maybe enlighten me. I don't really know who that is, but I know of the name. I don't know why I know the name, though. Maybe infamy from what it sounds like. It's got a 32 with 2 parodies and also 2 PLLs. Oh, yeah, I remember that story now. Yeah. I remember that. I okay, that's why I've heard of him. Silly comparison. Well, dude, I said a Y3. Are we dead ass? Bro, I'm low-key, like, averaging 32 right now. I'm like I think I don't get why being okay, hand scrambling big cubes is one thing. I never hand scramble, like, in my CS timer session. But, like, if you wanna hand scramble 7 by 7, I'm not gonna blame you. Scrambling a 7 by 7 takes for fucking ever. Maybe you could say up 6 by 6 too. Anything else, I low-key think just using the scrambles from CS timer is just faster. I don't really get hand scrambling to save time, personally. I don't understand it. Bro, no! Dude, I hate when my computer just goes black sometimes. I don't know why, because it's not like I haven't been active. Also, like, bad at tech. I don't know. 4 solved centers. Calculate the probability of that shit. I could. I think I could do that by hand. I think I know how to do that. 4 solved centers. It's fire. Fuck. Okay. Dude, I'm so washed. Holy shit. Okay, we're on a really good run. That was not my best work, though. That was a smooth 40. If you're getting rage baited this hard about an at-home 5x5 time that's not even a competitive time, I might suggest a priority check. What? Dude, I'm so stupid. Holy fuck. What's funny is like I've been switching methods and I was coping like, oh, like I'm faster with Hoya still, and that's why I'm not improving, that's why I'm not PRing. What's funny is the weakest part of my forward four solves objectively is the part that Hoya also has, which is 3 different edges. Well, I didn't say it was rage bait, but the way you're taking it, it kind of is. Wait, hold on. Let me do a smooth like Pira hand scramble. Okay, I just got this hand scramble. 0.62 hand scramble. No way. And I'm back to sucking. I was doing good for a second there. I mean, at 36 isn't like horrible. A fucking ad hand scram. What's that mean? What's an ad hand scram? It was a hand scram. It was legit. I don't know what you're talking about. Holy fuck. Dude, sometimes Yeah, clock is definitely a sprint event. Yeah, clock is like objectively by the definition of a sprint event. Like when people talk about like sprint event sum of ranks, they mean sum of Kira, Cube, 2x2, and clock. So yeah, clocks is definitely a sprint event. It's so fast. People get once. All right, see you, Nishkal. I can't wait for his sub 30 tomorrow. I I should set expectations realistically. Sub 50. Sub 30 is a lot out there. Whoa, sorry. I keep my phone's plugged in while it's on my tripod, so I'm sure and I keep like accidentally bumping the charger and things get moved around. That's my bad. Holy fuck. This 4x4 solve can serve as a masterclass in what not to do during a 4x4 solve. Keeps going. Uh I think in the spirit of Pandia, let's do some 5x5. Where's my 5x5? Here it is. I have too many cubes. I also really need to start packing today. Dude, I leave for Indiana in 6 days, and I have zero. I've not even considered starting to pack. I leave for Indiana on Wednesday evening, so and I have to pack up all my clothes, all my cubes, and then everything that I'm not bringing, I have to take 40 blocks north to a storage unit. This is a 4x4 scramble on a 5x5. I'll just niche call the rest of it. Remove memoless hand scrambles. No, I don't want to do clock though. I want to do an event that should be in the WCA. Whoa, I almost got sub niche call. I got a 60. 60.41. It's a pretty good start. That solve didn't even feel good. Maybe I can get sub niche call on this one. Am I being too mean? I don't know. Okay. What do we have? The Salvardi is not sub Nishkal. Having the resolve centers during edges, getting a solve only 2 seconds worse than PR mean is really not bad, though. Yeah, viewership dropped the second I started doing 5-5. Am I that dog shit? Uh, no, I know if I want viewers up, do Pyrrha, but I don't want to do Pyrrha. I don't know. Okay. Ooh, this is if you guys are doing 5-5, you're getting to 5-5. I learned this pattern. If you see this pattern on the whites, you can always make a T really easily. And it's really useful and it comes up a lot. And I didn't know it. It's probably really obvious to everybody who's not terrible, but I am terrible. Oh dear, look at what we've done. Okay. I low-key fixed that kind of without injury. That was not too bad. Holy fuck, I still had 2 major mistakes and parity, and I got a 104. Good luck, Micah, on your A-push exam. I did not take A-push, so I have no valuable insight to give on that. But I'm sure you will kill it. I have a calculus for economics final tomorrow, and I'm very confident. I will probably show up 20 minutes late to troll. I did that on the first midterm for Calc for Econ because I was so confident in my abilities with the class, and I kind of just wanted to have fun with the midterm. How late could I show up and still be confident that I'm the first one done? And I got done. I showed up 20 minutes late on purpose, and I got done 35 minutes early, and I was the first one to submit, which obviously means nothing. Not a race, but when you're bored, it can be a race. So I don't know if I should troll or not. Should I troll? Should I show up late just for shits or not? Just because I can. Oh my god, I did it again where I just had one center misplaced. Why do I keep doing that? Uh, this solves terribly off base. I did the wrong OLL. Nah, bro, I do have to show up because unfortunately I do want an A in that class, and I do have to take the test in order to get an A in the class. Actually, at this point, I might not. No, I have to take a test in order to get an A. But how late should I show up? Should I how much time should I go? It's a 2-hour exam. Do I show up an hour late? If I showed an hour late, I wouldn't be the first one to finish though. I want to be the last one in, first one out because I think it's funny. Does that make me just like an asshole? Does it make me arrogant? Maybe. Is it earned? Probably. Dude, oh, that was so close. That was a 60-second solve. That was almost Subnishkal. Do this test one-handed? I think you low-key already kind of do a math exam one-handed. I just kind of only use my right hand and I'm writing. Am I not, does OH test imply I can't use like my left hand to like stabilize the paper while I write? 7 solved centers. No, I'm not gonna start cubing mid-test. That's just an asshole move, and also cubing is negative aura. The goal of this is an aura gain, not an aura loss. Cubing automatically turns it into an aura loss because you're cubing. What the, you know, that's lame. That canceled out any aura gain from test mogging. I don't really like this scramble that much. Dude, this solve is bad. We should be in 3x3 stage right now. I've just been low-key dancing during edges. What the fuck was that? I just decided to like do an F2L solution that I've never done in my life, and the reason I've never done it in my life is it doesn't work. That tip can be applied for pyramings actually. If you think you see a solution that is like completely unique to anything you've ever done, and you're like, "Wow, this is such a cool solution," there's a very good chance you're just seeing it wrong and it doesn't work, and that's why it's unique. And that was what I saw during F2L. I didn't F2 during F2L. There's a reason you don't do that. It's because it doesn't work, and I did it anyway. Because I'm a thug, and my time got worse as a result. But that solve was already cooked. It's okay. Blind solve, no, any cube is negative aura. Cubing is negative aura. Once cubers stop perceiving cubing as a positive aura activity, the community will be better off for it, I think. Well, I don't think cubing is negative aura. I just think most people that cube kind of have negative aura. Like, have you ever gone to a comp and just been like, man, this venue reeks because nobody showers, you know? And if the answer to that's no, then you're the problem. I think Micah, I think you have neutral aura, Micah. I think you have a very neutral aura. You don't smell bad, and you do sports, so you're already a leg up against most speed cubers. I'm not trying to like dog on the community. I love this community, but take a shower, guys. Yeah, dude, I can't believe your next PR didn't make a minute-long breakdown of Jiraiya's .79 where he's like, "We're gonna be analyzing Jiraiya Griffin's .79 single," and then Jiraiya would execute the B tip flawlessly or whatever, And then, Don Daniels would be like, "Oh, he fumbled the B tip," or whatever the fuck he says in his retarded ass little shorts. Dude, I was so he makes a video about like every single sub one. I was really excited to see the one for Jiraiya, but he didn't make one. And I don't know why. Y'all see that? Dude, I got pieces flying. Yeah, a couple pieces flying. Dude, this went all the way across the room. This went onto my roommate's side of the room. This Andrew Black's piece now. Holy fuck. I'll do what I did for the 4x4 solve where we got a pop. Speak your truth, Micah. Okay. Alright, how bad is the solve going to be? We had a pop where the pieces went across the room, and I stopped in the middle of the solve to read chat. So this is peak human performance in a solve, essentially. Oh fuck, my centers are messed up. What? Dude, my retarded ass just didn't solve last two centers. I saw last two centers and I was like, yeah, no. I'm just not gonna solve those. Really good work, Elliot. Jesus Christ. What's funny is this solve was only 9 seconds worse than the 4x4 solve with a pop. Yeah, no, Pure and Clock are very like child events. I only do one of them, fortunately. Or unfortunately, depending on who you ask. But being a pure mink shelver carries enough shame. I can't imagine the level of shame that would add uh to that if I started practicing clock. I probably like couldn't look my family in the eye again, like the same type thing. Dude, holy fuck. WCFCE. Perker? Bro, who did no clock is that bad, bro. Clock, like, what the fuck is this thing? Right? What the fuck is that? It's not even a Rubik's Cube. This is the World Cubing Association, not the World whatever the fuck that is association. I practice clock sometimes because I care about my sum of ranks, but that's the only reason. And clock's not like it can be fun. I'm not saying it's not like it can't be fun. Like it can totally be fun, especially if you're like good. Clock can definitely be fun, but I just don't think it should be a WCA event. That's like my qualm. Dude, I kind of forgot to solve 3x3 during 3x3 stage, but wasn't even a bad times on 1 of 3. Dude, Beat is more of an event than Clock. Like, Beat actually has a fucking Rubik's Cube in it, dude. What's up, Andrew?
So how you doing?
I'm good.
I'm thinking about making some banana bread right now.
Banana bread? Fuck.
Ooh, ooh. I keep forgetting the razor.
I feel like it's definitely. I feel like it's been plugged in for long enough that it's definitely
It's
charged.
definitely charged.
Yeah. Should I use Yower Redux Cross for 21x21? It doesn't matter. You're not speed solving it. Use whatever method you want. It's a 21x21, bro. But the correct answer is probably neither. The correct answer is deadass just Redux. Because it's not like you're trying to maximize the look ahead or like the start position of your 3x3 stage because you don't care about time. And also for a cube that big, like Yao in general is just not going to be efficient. And Redux Cross is never the answer. There's a reason good big cube solvers don't use Redux Cross. It's because it's bad.
Since we don't have a pot anymore, you think I can use a pan to brown butter?
A pan to brown butter. Yeah, you could probably. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, people have gotten really good with Redux Cross, like the one Brazilian guy. Um, but I actually would bet you pretty much all my money that you're not making a major final with Redux Cross because you're just pretty behind the 8 ball in terms of starting speed. And by the time you get to the point where you're like world class, the queues will develop so much that Redux Cross will be completely obsolete. It already is completely obsolete, and it's for a reason. Oh, betting on Milan's betting wager. That's a pretty big wager because I wouldn't want to do what Milan tells me for that long. That's scary. Bro, 104 through right through stage at 52. What are we doing? What are we doing? Holy dance, dude. Holy dance. Yeah, no, Sujin is mentally 3. Dude, Sujin. Dude, I miss Sujin Feist. That is a man I'm excited to see when I come back to Great Lakes. Comps are not as fun without Sujin Feist there, I gotta say. There is not a funnier competitor, maybe in the entire WCA. Actually, the only funnier person to attend comps than Sujin is just Sujin's dad. Sujin's dad's kind of the goat. Jim. Shout out Jim Feist. Dude, holy dance, bro. I'm dancing right now. Most of my bad solves at this point. Wait, okay. Hold on. This is turning into a slow solve because I fucked it up so bad. That's unironically method with big cubes. If you're in a solve that's just gone so wrong and you're just solving at home, just turn into a slow solve. You'll learn more that way. Yeah, I don't. You've clearly never met either of the people or actually talked to either of the people I'm talking about. Okay, Fruit Butt 6'7's up there. We all love Jaden Clark. Let's not. But like Jaden Clark is kind of just like Sujin Feist from another mother. If you really break it down. If you really think about it, they're kind of the same guy. I can't explain it, but just like it makes sense, doesn't it? They're like the same type of stupid, except one of them's world class and one of them like, well, they're both brain rotted children, I guess. But wait, is English actually Sujin's third language? I like don't even believe you. What the fuck are the other two? What's Tung 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 Sahur? That's triple T. Micah doesn't know about triple T, bro. Micah doesn't even know about triple T. Imagine not knowing about triple T. Oh my god. Imagine not knowing. Oh, two dial. Okay, I did miss that message. I was gonna say, there's no way Sujin's like trilingual. This is no way. He doesn't strike me as the trilingual type. Dude, we started out really strong. I honestly don't know what Tung 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 Sahur is. I know it's like an internet brain rot thing. I'm not online enough to know what it actually means. I just go with it. I'm so sorry. I don't really know what it means. I don't think it has a meaning. I think that's like the thing. I think it's like, just one of those. But Zayn Kanani thinks it's hilarious. A lot of people do, apparently. Do 3x3? I actually kind of do want to do 3x3. Maybe. Maybe after this solve, I might do some 3x3. Holy dance, bro. Where is the piece? Oh, there it is. That's a fine way to end 5 That's an average time, and I had a major mistake, so that's fine. I can't believe my stream chat is talking about Italian brain rot. Love it. Love it. All right, 3x3. Chop turning. Bro, cap on pen. Wait, should I low key? No, I'm not doing cap on pen on my stream. I'm not doing cap on pen on my stream. I refuse. I've never done it in my life. I refuse. Sit you. All right. WZ per. That was a nice Z per. The Ferrocore V2, bro. Whoa. All right. We good? We're good. Ferrocore V2 is so nice. I love this cube so much. It's so good. You should all buy it from the cubicle and use code Perkins. That was okay. If I didn't +2, that would have been Aura solve. Marsh. Bro. That was good solve. Kind of unnecessary dance with the ZBLS there to not even to just do Olo PLL, but whatever. Dancing during last layer. I'm just gonna keep saying dancing until somebody asks me what the fuck I'm talking about. We're arguing about cap on pen meta, bro. Dancing when you're wasting time, bro. You're dancing. Like I did the wrong winter variation and then just got a willow and did extra missionaries, and that's dancing. That's dancing. You're dancing. You know? Useful term. Uh-uh. That's like that's the cold. I mean, I agree with you, but that's like the coldest take ever. Everybody knows this. It's like, yeah. Okay, I just put in an 89. I didn't get an 89. I got an 8.5. I have never made it. You tell him, buddy. Ah, 607 DNF. That was a good solve though. Double X cross. Cap on marker. Regs, and it's fucking cap on pen. BFFR 20. +616 full step. We're not gonna +2, whatever. 616 full step V perm. You go. 805 200. Let's go. Pretty sick. Pretty good. Chet. I thought I did a really cool double X cross, and it did not. It didn't even solve the cross. 2x2 next? Bro, as if 2x2 doesn't suck? Sure. I do need to practice 2x2. I will do 2x2 next. Bro, but 3x3 is so fun, then I got the Pharaoh chords. Although, holy damn, what are we doing? I'm not doing clock. I don't have. Well, I pay clock, first of all. But then my upcoming comp does not have clock. Oh, dude. All right, let's get like a couple good solves, and then we can rip some 2x2 maybe. Dude, Mike is the only one with a brain in chat. He's the only one that's seeing this for what it is. Micah David Tice, my voice of reason. Holy fuck, bro! What are we? I thought that solves cross, not quite. Not even really like practicing clock that much, to be honest. I just think clock is like it's kind of boring, kind of repetitive. No, Jack, you know you're also a voice of reason, but Micah's like even more reasonable right now. $663. Well, I'll skip though. Reblind? Dude, I'm not streaming blind. Streaming blind's boring. Nobody wants to watch that. That was a good scramble. Dude, I did 5 pairs. FML, FMTTL, FMTTL. No, your clock take is reasonable. I don't agree with it, but it's totally reasonable. It's totally reasonable. I just don't agree with it. I just don't like clock at all. I'm a hater. Cringe. Dude, Micah again with the bang. Fuck. Sorry, y'all just took a nosedive into my desk. I nosedive into my desk. My fault, twins. The wrong ZB. I thought it was ZB. It was not CB. It was the mirror case. Okay, Skew being the most fun event is crazy. Skewb, dog? A Skewb? Shit. Bro, Jack just does not know how Instagram works. He got it like yesterday. He does not know how Instagram works. He has no concept of how Instagram works. Okay, we'll end on that. That was a 6-6 full step. We'll end on that. We'll do some 2x2. Okay, I have so many cubes on my desk right now. It's hard to. Okay, this is my main 2x2. Micah continues to spit facts. Micah continues to be correct. Okay. I'm so washed at 2x2. Oh my god. This is one. Dude, Dominic Brandy mentioned. Dude, I hate 2x2. If I could look this on some cute shit. Even I'm fucking stupid. What setup? It's just like weight 5. I don't know. It's like stock tensions weight 5. That was good. No, I've seen. I feel like you've told me about that. I don't know if I've seen the uncut one or if I've just heard about it. That's hilarious. I'm too looking cutely again on this one. Oh, this is a good scramble. 0.72. 7 mover. A little better, but take it. I don't like this scramble very much. I don't like it at all, twins. It's I don't know what to do. Alright, what are we thinking? Dude, I'm getting baited, bro. Dude. Instead of 5-move layer canceled into a Y perm, do we think this is ung? Do we think that was ung, chat? uh, I don't know what to do, dude. I'm so bad. I'm so washed. I didn't even one-look the shape correctly. Holy fuck. I think it's funny that I'm high-key faster at Pyrrha than 2x2 now. Like, just objectively, I'm faster at Pyrrha than 2x2 now. That didn't work. No, I'm not going to Cubing in the Woods because I'm going to Heartland Champs instead. If I wasn't going to Heartlands, I would go to Cubing in the Woods though. Wait, I need to figure out this cancel. It's such a heavy cancel, and I messed it up. Okay, so you go like this. So you just okay. Like that. It's like that. Professor Clock, you're on 2 bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? But yeah, I'm like definitely faster at Pyrrha than 2x2 now. Pretty silly stuff. Fuck. It gets shit like this where like I just feel like dancing, dude. Peep dance. Cause it's like, oh, cause it's not like that. Okay. Like that. Okay. Dude, I can't turn for shit. Like, I just want to nail these. Like, what are we doing? That felt like +2. It wasn't though. Okay. 133 with a rope. Hold on. What the fuck was that? 16 moves in a rotation in 133. 16 moves and a rotation in 133. This is peak Elliot Perkins 2x2. This is a +2. What do you think? Let's one with that correctly. Hold on. Bro, what? Oh my god, dude. What are we doing? What are we doing? Lock in. Okay. Let's get this one right. Did I miss scramble? I guess I missed scramble. Did I? No. I'm stupid. There we go. Alright, I'm probably switching events very soon. We'll end on this. 120. Well, and then a 139 average. Pyraminx. Let's create a new session. It's a confusing scramble. Counting 1-3-1-9? Can you go 1-5 off rip? Probably not. The fuck? Dude, there's a pseudo V. Nah. I got a 2. I showed on the pseudo V. That was good. Dude, every time I stop the timer just a little too aggressively. Like the London Bridge is falling down or some shit. Bro, like that's like every official 12. That's what the problem is though. Like, it's 3 movie. What in what world is that a 1-9? Like, how trash are you? It was a good solution. Oh yeah. I don't like this scramble. I don't like it one little bit. One little bit. I do not like. What do you do here? What do you do here? That you get a 4. Not really. I just started doing Pyrrha. We'll see if I keep doing it or not. Hold on. I want to nail that. Wait, do we think it's better to do this from the L4 or ML4? Definitely better to do ML4, right? Yeah. But that's a hard tip combo. It's a really hard tip combo. It's a really hard tip combo. It's a really hard tip combo. Whatever, bro. Yeah, I was there for like 2 hours ago. Then I was locked. Bro, what are we doing? We'll see. See you warm. Close. Maybe we'll see. It's easier to stream when I'm not in Indiana. It's easier to stream in college. That's why I never did it in Indiana, and I do it now. But I might. My streams like are not popular enough where I like feel an obligation to, but I would like to. But if I don't stream in Indiana, this might be the first stream, the last stream for a minute. I was like missing the layer. Good turning. Beef soup. Beef soup. Kind of shitty beef soup. Dude, the pickup is just what kills me every solve. I'm sure it's very obvious watching me. Like the pickup is very difficult for me. Bro, like, what are we doing? You guys don't know this? You know this. This is like side 2 flipping at 7 moves. And you do the mirror. Uh Mirror like that. And then you can also do the inverses from both directions to force an AUF. And it's 1 move less than regular 2 flip, so it's faster and it does an AUF. And it has a lot of cancel opportunity. Those are good albums, Lauren. Wookie Bobby style? Alright. You're asking me for a 2x2 solution? Brother, I'm not the one to ask. I would if I was getting this, what would I do? What would I do? I would just do that and then get PDF. But, like, I'm bad. I don't know good 2x2 solutions. Good job, Micah. Dude, like, why? Why is it like this? Like, why can't I learn? Like, ah, like, come on. Like, that's how it should look like, you know what I'm saying? Mm. Which LB up here? There's more than one. Like the RS or the Whalum? You also, I feel like you say you're gonna switch peers like every single time I talk to you, and then it's yeah. The RS is good. I like it. It's what Parker uses. I want to switch to it, but I'm just not used to it yet. But and I don't know if I ever will be. I'm like so way long pilled, but I do really like it. Or so oh I'd never be way long pilled. I'm so the fuck's it called? Yushin Little Magic Pill. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, I mean, like, there's no if you don't want to keep in college, there's no point to keep in college. I'm not gonna argue with that. The only reason I'm still cubing in college is because I got into cubing late, and I feel like there's just still so much more that I can get good at. It's the only reason. That was good. I don't know what to do here, dude. I don't know what to do here at fucking all. Oh, wait, maybe I could just nah, this is what we're gonna do. That. Low-key TK flip. Low-key, that was TK flip. I can't even lie. TK flipping the big 2-6. I actually didn't do a V solution. I was top first. Now we're gaming a little bit. We're getting some 1-4 average. It's not bad. I was so convinced I DNF that I didn't. How does top first work? Okay. So the way top first works, I'll just explain one flip because it's like the most useful top first method. So in one flip, you would solve this pattern. So like a top that has like two centers that are solved and then one that's flipped. And then you would do an algorithm to solve the bottom centers and flip this edge. So in that case, you do that, and then you rotate down, or stay here if you're advanced, but you rotate down and you get last three edges like that. And all the one flip, all the top first methods are just like variations on that. Like build a different type of top, like build a certain type of top, and then finish, solve everything but last three edges, and then do last three edges, basically. It's more like it's still intuitive because it's pure, but it is more like alg based subjectively than V first. It's not necessary to learn. I wouldn't like learn it if you don't already know it. Did I explain it good enough though? Do we understand it now? Ignore that. It was a good old teal for you. This is a +2. It's like one move away. See? He got a 59 on 5x5. I'm low key, I'm not buying it. If you average a minute 40, I really have trouble believing that you have a 59. Let's get out for you, exact. Ooh. This is time for an example solve. That was a good solution. That was a good solution. Okay. We start from here. The first move is just gonna make this block. So tips, make the block, and we're gonna insert this down here while putting this here like that. And then here we're set up just to do we have a pseudo V and we can just do inverse XE L prime. And the whole solution is so fast. And the scrambles looks horrible, but it's really good. You just put that. That was a good solution. Yeah. Calm little rotation. Steven style. Five B, 5B, not a DNF. 5B, 5B. My favorite regulation. Every YLM user's favorite regulation, 5B, 5B. 159 with 2 B moves. Don't play, bro. Look, you ripping? I don't like it. I don't like this one. I don't like it one bit. Mm. Ooh, I was 0.05 from pi though. 3.146. It's close. I don't like this scramble either. W. 6 as in 6, 7, poop as in poop, but oh wait, no, dude, I get the vision. Bro, look at this scramble. It's stupid ass scramble, bro. That was top last. I did top last on that one. It was unironically top last. You know, you top last. Yeah, no, we're looking on the same wavelength, Jack. Promise. Got. Type the time in the chat. Nice. Ooh, wait. This is cool. I'm gonna insert this down here. I'm gonna insert this piece here, and then I'm gonna have a pseudo V. And it's just gonna be lefty lefty super sledge. No AUF. Bang. 3 moves to pseudo V. I'm not cool for that. Sidebow. Sidebow. I'm a little cool for that. I'm a little cool for that. Hold on, I want to find a solution to that one that works. What are we doing? I'm a little cool for that. I got 1-3. Come on, bro. Whatever. Haters gonna hate. Haters don't see the vision, bro. $149 2B moves. Okay, fair, you know what? Fair enough. You made it. You just made it the most excellent point you could have made. I do made Pyrrha. Touche, bro. I can't even argue. We have we have some absolutely airtight logic from Jack Hamilton. It's just I just got shut up so fast. W2 look was cool. It's annoying as I thought it like at the last second I changed my mind on what it was gonna be, so I decided to look and I was right the first time. Chopped. Hmm. What do we do here? I'm thinking squad. Bro. Wait, hold on. Actually, I could have canceled into an alt there, I think. Yeah, I totally could have. Hold on, I want to nail that. This is an Altog that David Andron Silva showed me. I'm not used to it. Bro got a 227. Jack, what event was the 227 in? We know what he got. Whatever. But if you like this case, instead of like AUFing, ALG, AUF, you just like insert to Polish flip, no AUFs. It's really nice. I'm trying to incorporate that a little more. It's like very niche use cases though, because of like how long it is. Ooh, wait, we can race Jack. It was in 2x2. All right, what will I get? Jack had a 227. What am I gonna get? I don't like this. I think Jack's gonna beat me with Pete. I don't like the screen. Oh, I got a 232. Bro, we almost tied, but Jack took the dub. What the fuck was that TPS? Wait, I input a 0.22 at some point. I'm gonna guess I didn't actually get a 0.22. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. How many TBS was this? This is good TBS. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 moves. Okay, wasn't that good. Bro. 11.3. Mid. Okay. Ooh. This is just a one flip trigger. What are we doing? My turning seems to be the problem today. Like, that was me just going safe and I got a 1-6. That's like what I need to do. But I'm so bad at just like getting myself to safety. Because I'm so TPS carried like as it is. Like getting myself to safety is just really difficult. But I need to do it. Like that was a safety until I got to L4E and then I spammed and then it was a DNF. You know? Like that was a full safety and I got a 1-6. Let's keep safety. This is good practice for like knack and shit. Like that was so safe and I got a 1-4. Maybe this is the method. Maybe Michael Nielsen's onto something. Maybe we just need to turn slow as fuck. Okay, it didn't save me there. Turning slow can't save you from not being able to solve a pyramids. Should not remember for angle. It would have canceled, but I didn't one look because I was lazy. That ML4E is this ML4E. I always lock up right here. Can't ever do it. I actually have to turn on like negative TPS to get that out to work. It's so infuriating. Pre-made pseudo-V? Okay, we're gonna end stream on a 0.93. This has been a good stream. On purpose. I made it an amazing stream on purpose. How many moves is this 0.93? 1, 2, 3. 8 mover 0.93. Is that at least Terra speed? I think it is. Does it round up to Terra speed at least? Kinda. Whatever. Okay. That's it. Thanks for watching. We had a good turnout today. Bye bye.